Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So I've opened the rather disgusting game called Iron Throne, previously known as Firstborn, and I'm just going to be trolling it for a minute here. So if you were expecting an actually useful and helpful video, well, you're probably not going to find it. What you will find is me being a smartass, and yeah. So what we have here is we have the kingdom map, and what's happening is that pretty soon. It's not even been a month. Kingdoms 1 and 3 are going to be merging. Well, when I say it's not even been a month, I'm kind of exaggerating. So Kingdom 1 has been around for a couple of days, and Kingdom 3 has been around for a couple of days. But the game, as a global release, hasn't been out for even a month. And they're already starting to merge kingdoms. So if you... okay, I'll back up here a second. We're going to start with the joke, and then we're going to explain why kingdom merging is a stupid idea. But let's start with the joke. Let's try and do something funny here. So there's two things that I want to point out to you guys. And the first thing is okay, we're at the kingdom map, and in the bottom left-hand corner, you can click on the globe. Okay? And what you see here is the most peaceful war game that there's ever been in existence. So you've got these new kingdoms, and every one of them says peaceful, 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 peaceful. I was trying to find an actual kingdom that had any war, but they all say peaceful. Wow, that's an amazing war game. I mean, farm game. Everything says peaceful. It's all large populations of peaceful people. There's not a single bit of war in any of these games. I lied. Kingdom 1 has a moderate population that's peaceful. Okay, so, well, Kingdom 3 used to have actually a small population, and then what happened is I posted about Iron Throne on my YouTube channel, and I got like 1,000, 2,000 people to join the kingdom, and then it became a large population. Because 1,000 or 2,000 people in a kingdom is a large population, and I'll say how that's bullshit here in a second. So a large population in a typical kingdom like King of Avalon or Game of War or Clash of Kings or things like this, they put about 20,000 people into a kingdom because they know that there's going to be a lot of turnover and churn. People quit and just they don't live very long. So, Fun Plus invests actually building kingdoms, but Netmarble for some reason wants to have lots and lots and lots of peaceful kingdoms, but not very large populations. Yeah, whatever. I don't really get it, but hey, that's their choice. So they keep opening all these kingdoms up, but the populations aren't actually large. It's just bullshit. But they are actually peaceful, and I'll show you why they're peaceful here in a second. So let's switch over to why they're peaceful. Okay, we've developed a war game, but the number one purchase is the 99-cent 7-day safety shield. Okay, I'm not going to turn my phone the other way, so you're just going to have to kind of either break your head and turn sideways or take your whole computer and turn it sideways. Anyway, that was the point. The most popular item in this game is a 99-cent 7-day shield, and I do recommend that you use it. So, all right. Now, more on this merging bullshit that they're doing. So, Netmarble is intentionally or incompetently underpopulating kingdoms. Okay? And the reason that they're doing that is because they're going to aggressively merge kingdoms. And if you don't know what merging kingdoms is, well, yeah, you're going to find out really soon if you play this game. Because merging kingdoms, what it does is all of the bullies who killed the kingdom in the original, whatever bullies you have in your kingdom now, they're basically going to merge bullies together and kill everything in the middle. So basically, in Kingdom 1, there's some bullies. In Kingdom 3, there's some bullies. And they're going to smush them together, and they're going to have bullies fight against bullies. And it's good for revenue. It's probably bad for mid-spenders or low-spenders, but it's good for them. So that's why they're underpopulating kingdoms, because they plan on just aggressively merging things later. It's just a strategy that they're using in order to maximize revenue. So what typically happens is, you'll have one bully, and, they like being, king, and they rise to power, but then most of the other people in the kingdom don't really spend. So in a typical kingdom, you only get 1, 2, maybe 3 big players, and then other players just kind of, lag and linger behind, and they don't really, you're never going to get dozens and dozens and dozens dozens of big spenders, in a kingdom. So, how do you do it? Well, you underpopulate it so that, you only put 2,000 people in a kingdom, but then, you know, you merge them later. So it's basically like taking less people and getting more bullies and more revenue. It's a really clever business strategy, and I tip my hat to them. However, it's not fair. So all the people who killed Kingdom 1 over here are just going to be the people who come in and start terrorizing some of the mid spenders and the low spenders in Kingdom 3. And it's going to happen to you eventually, too. So your kingdom is going to die, and they're going to merge it. And yeah, so just expect that whatever bullies are happening over in, say, Kingdom 18 or Kingdom 3 or Kingdom 1, you're eventually all going to get merged together. So just realize that, Kingdom 1 is eventually probably going to get merged with you. And if you didn't want to play with a bunch of Turks that have T1 spam, well, yeah, you're eventually going to play with them. So if your kingdom doesn't have T1 spam and you don't know what T1 spam is, I'm going to make another video on how to make T1 spam. But in this video, it's just basically going to be like, okay, this is just the heads up on underpopulated kingdoms merging and stuff like that. So whatever happy, peaceful, shielding nonsense that you have in your kingdom currently, it's not going to last forever. So I guess that could be good or bad. That could be good or bad based on how you feel how you view things. I mean, like if you're bullied in your kingdom and you need somebody to save your butt, maybe merging is probably maybe a good thing for you. If you're a top player and you're getting merged with another top player, how's that going to work out for you? You spent all this money, and now the next thing you know, there's this dude spent just super tons of money that's going to come in and just like smash the shit out of you. So, whatever, you were maybe king before, but now you're going to be forced into a serious spending spree with somebody who's, way going to outclass you. So you really need to be aware of these things when you're playing this game, because it's a strategy that they're using, and it's going to be very effective in terms of getting people to spend more money and having conflict. But it's not good for low spenders. It's not good for mid spenders. It's just smashing two big spenders against each other is a strategy. So I'm just trying to maximize. That's really annoying. Those royal designation messages are really annoying. So it's just trying to smash big players against each other to get them to spend and maximize, their ROI on the top end. Anyway, you guys are probably going to keep playing this game, and I couldn't care less. But I'm going to keep posting these videos about the truth about this game until people just kind of like, wake up and just be like, oh, wow, these guys are just as bad as every other war game. And yeah, they did get some of the mini games right, sort of, not really, but okay, whatever, doesn't matter. So, all right, love you guys, and bye-bye for now.